Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. Today we're going to be reviewing the Aurora Mattress, which is a brand new hybrid mattress from Brooklyn Bedding. We're looking forward to showing it to you. Stick around. So now let's get into the details of what's actually in an Aurora mattress. And for starters, this is a 13.5-inch mattress, so you can see it's got some height on it. And in total, there are 5 layers to this mattress, so we'll just take them from the top. The first layer is 1.5 inches of what they call Titan Flex foam. Now this is a foam that Brooklyn Bedding actually created themselves. It's a polyurethane foam. In this case, it's a 3.5 pound density it's meant to have a lot of the same properties as latex in terms of the springy responsiveness. But on top of that, they've been able to infuse some conductors into it, like gel and copper and things like that. So the idea of those is that it helps that heat kind of travel more easily away from your body. And then below that top layer of Titan Flex, they've got another layer of that same material, also in a 3.5 pound density. This layer is 2 inches and it's a little firmer. That's the only difference from the top layer. And then below that, they have a 1-inch layer of gel memory foam, and they call that a transition layer. So kind of between these two softer layers on top, they have this gel memory foam layer leading into the pocketed coil unit, which is where the bulk of the support is coming from. That pocketed coil unit is 8 inches tall, and then it rests on a 1-inch layer of foam at the bottom. Another note about the pocketed coil unit is that around the entire perimeter of the mattress are a couple rows of thicker, stronger coils that basically give the mattress a firmer edge. And we'll show you how that works later in the video. And then I should just talk a little bit about the cover. Of course, you can see the nice suede side panel here, which definitely gives the mattress a luxurious look, as well as a nice feel to the touch. But I should also talk about the top of the cover, which is one of the first things you'll notice when you lay on this mattress, because it has a very palpable coolness to the touch. And that's because it's got a lot of what they call phase change material. That's just a generic term that refers to a type of cooling technology that we've talked about in other videos that often has that palpable coolness to the touch. But this has a lot of it, and I believe there's also some phase change material on the top of the top layer of Titan Flex as well, so that kind of further enhances that coolness to the touch feel. And again, we'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. So now we're going to get into the two things that everybody has to get from their mattress, which are back support and pressure relief. And just for context up front, I'm about 6 feet tall, not quite 200 pounds, and I'm predominantly a back sleeper. And just to remind you, we're on the medium version of the Aurora right now. So we're going to start out on my back and show you what this looks like for me. And what I can tell you is that overall, I'm pretty well supported here. My spine's in a pretty good neutral alignment. I guess if I have a concern here, it would be that maybe my hips are going a little far into the mattress, but they're not. It's not too much that I think I'm not getting enough support. But I would worry about people heavier than me in this position, maybe getting a little bit of hammocking. I would think that if you're heavier than me, you're gonna veer towards the firm model. If you're a back sleeper, and maybe even if you're my weight, I might even prefer the firm model. It might depend a little bit on your comfort preference, but for me, the firm model might be the better option. Let me move over to my stomach now and show you that. So here now is the position where the thing you want to most be sure to avoid is overarching of your back. And so in this position, I would definitely suggest that if you're my size, you're gonna want the firm version. Because in this position for me, my heaviest parts are going a little too far into the mattress. And I should clarify that my heaviest parts are my hips, just like they are for pretty much everybody. And that's what can cause that overarching. So I think for me, if I were predominantly a stomach sleeper, the firm would surely be a better choice. And that's probably going to be true for people who are even 25 pounds lighter than me, maybe even more, depending on your comfort preferences and other factors. In terms of the side position, now this is where you have to start to think about not only spinal alignment, but also pressure relief, because at this point, a lot of my weight is distributed over the small surface areas of my shoulders and my hips. And in this position, I can tell you, first of all, the pressure relief is very good. I'm not feeling pressure on my shoulders or my hips to speak of at all. My one concern in this position would be, just from a spinal alignment standpoint, I wonder, again, if my hips might be just going a little too deeply into the mattress. I might be inclined, normally I would say, as a side sleeper, you're gonna need something a little softer, a little more conforming than you would on your back. But in this case, I think I could be fine here with this medium on my side, but I think I could also do okay with the firm on my side. And I think that if you are heavier than me, again, I think you're gonna be definitely leaning towards that firmer model, just to make sure that you're not going too deep into the mattress and you're getting your spine out of alignment that way. But pressure relief standpoint, I mean, this is really good pressure relief. The pocketed coils are helping those nice comfort layers on top to a great effect. So in terms of distributing your pressure. So overall, I would say if you're a lighter side sleeper, then surely the medium can be fine, maybe even the soft. But otherwise, for me and heavier, maybe think about the medium or the firm. So now we're going to get into some of the things about the mattress that are more preference-based, meaning things that can be one way or another, neither of which is better or worse. It's just a matter of your personal preferences. And the first of these is what we call responsiveness, which is a measure of to what degree the mattress has that more quick response, like a bounce, or a slow response, like a memory feel. And this is a mattress that does have a little bit of memory foam, but we'll start out by just showing you that there's really no pronounced memory feel to be had here. It's just more than offset by the coils and the more quick response Titan Flex foam on the top. When we look at bounce, we always try to think about it at the various levels of the mattress. So we start with the surface. I'm going to just poke at it here. You can see there's a good amount of surface bounce here. That Titan Flex foam, again, has that latex-like characteristics in terms of its bounciness. The next thing we look at is sort of the mid-level bounce, which we test with this 16-pound bowling ball. And you can see that, again, it's got a good amount of bounce. And the last level of bounce we test is kind of the deep bounce, sort of to what degree is there bounce right down in the support layer of the mattress. And I test that by dropping my full 200 pounds down on the mattress. And you can see that there's even a good amount of deep bounce here that's coming obviously from those pocketed coils. So overall, this mattress for sure falls over towards the quick response side of that spectrum, that bouncier characteristic. The next preference-based characteristic is cushioning depth, which is basically the difference between sleeping more on your mattress and sleeping more in your mattress. And this is a tough characteristic to pin down for the Aurora. I definitely feel somewhere in between the sensation of kind of floating on top of your mattress and being more hugged and cradled by your mattress. But if I look at kind of how this mattress compares to other mattresses we reviewed, in general, I'm going to call this about average cushioning depth. And that would be reinforced by looking at this bowling ball and the degree to which it sinks into the mattress relative to other mattresses we've reviewed. But the one thing I want to add to this section of the video that I don't think is captured in either our definition of or our classification of this as a medium soft level of softness or an average cushioning depth is the degree to which you definitely can get into this mattress. You can find yourself getting pretty vertically deep into the mattress. Just even, for example, switching over to your side, you notice that you drop a lot deeper into the mattress than you do when your weight is distributed across your whole back or your whole stomach, for example. And that's true also when you push into the mattress with your hand. You can really get deep into it. So I just want to, there's a little bit of a kind of almost not a pillow top type of feel as much as it is almost like more marshmallow kind of, like you can really it's very softly conforming, and I think it has to do with the coil unit being sort of having a very soft coils, allowing more conformance. I'm sure it enhances pressure relief, but it also, you know, it's something you're going to notice when you get on this mattress. So I wanted to just kind of explain it in this section. Now we're going to get into what we call priority-based characteristics, meaning things a mattress can be better or worse at that may or may not be a priority for you. And the first of these is motion isolation, which we're going to test a couple different ways. The first of which is by dropping this 16-pound bowling ball down on the mattress. And as you can see, that bowling pin does not tip over. It does move, but it does not tip over. Now we're going to test it by me just sort of putting my full 200 pounds onto the mattress, and as you can see, the bowling pin does tip over when I do that. Now the interesting thing is this is a pocketed coil mattress, so it really should have good motion isolation, and we've seen this before where the motion isolation can be transferred across a mattress through either the support system, like the coils, or through something as simple as a stretch cover. And in this case, this is a super tight stretch cover, which as you can see, if I push this out of the way, I can move that bowling pin just by pressing down with my hands. And that's because this cover is super tight. And so in this case, the cover is actually transferring the motion that's moving the mattress underneath that bowling pin and causing it to fall over. So it's a different type of motion transfer than having the entire coil unit bounce the thing up. So overall, we would say that the motion isolation in this mattress is good. It's not the best, but it's still good. Another consideration for some people is the ease of repositioning, and particularly since we described the cushioning depth and the softness being what they are, I wanted to just show you that repositioning is not an issue on this mattress. It's super easy to move around in spite of the softness, so you're not going to get that feeling of being stuck in this mattress. Another factor we always look at in our reviews is edge support, and as you may recall from the beginning of the video, we talked about there being 2 rows of firmer, stronger coils going around the perimeter of the mattress to give it a stronger edge. Now, as I sit on the mattress, as you can see here, you're not really necessarily getting the benefit of those coils in this position. There's still a pretty substantial dip as I sit on the edge. But if you watch me as I lay on the edge of the mattress, you could see that the edge is much more stable in this position. Overall, I feel stable, like I could just lay here and I'm quite well balanced. So in the prone position, I would say the edge support is pretty good. Another important factor for some people is temperature, or a concern about sleeping hot. And this is an area where we think this mattress really excels. And there's really kind of 3 key features that help it excel in this area. Number 1, we talked about how those top 2 layers of foam, in fact, even the 3rd layer of gel memory foam, all have conductors in them. The gel, the copper, and the like, they're all helping the heat travel through the foam more efficiently and therefore away from your body. And that helps prevent that heat from getting trapped up close to your body. The second factor is we talked about the phase change material, not only in the cover but also on that top layer of foam. And this gives the mattress a palpable coolness to the touch. It's one of the first things you're going to notice when you lay down on this mattress. In fact, right now we're in a fairly warm room and the mattress itself still has a coolness to the touch, which is pretty remarkable. And then the third thing is, of course, the airflow, right? This is a mattress, 8 inches of which is pocketed coils, just air basically. In fact, all the way up to the edge is coils because the edge support itself is coming from more coils, not from a foam perimeter, which can make it harder for that warm air to escape the mattress. So this mattress has a lot of airflow too, which is probably the top thing that helps the mattress stay cooler. So overall, if temperature or sleeping hot is a concern for you, then we definitely think that this mattress is going to do well for you in this area. Another important consideration for some people is the degree of natural materials in the mattress, or maybe more so just the lack of harmful chemicals. And on this front, the Aurora mattress is not a mattress that's made with natural materials. However, we do think there are some things about this mattress that can give you some comfort on this front. The first of which is that we talked about the construction of the mattress and how more than 50% of the volume of this mattress is coils, which are basically air, and they don't contain chemicals and they're not releasing any chemicals. The second thing is that of the foams used in this mattress, they're all certified to the CertaPure standard, which is a standard that looks for the presence of as well as the off-gassing of various harmful materials and certifies that neither are present beyond some minimally acceptable threshold. And the third thing would be just our anecdotal experience when we open the mattress. We always try to give you a sense of what our experience is vis-a-vis off-gassing or any kind of that sort of thing. And we definitely felt like there was less of a noticeable off-gassing smell and that it had less chemically kind of consistency than with the typical online mattress. So that would just sort of reaffirm those other 2 points about this mattress. And I think all in all, those 3 things can give you some added comfort in this area. One thing we get asked about more and more these days is adjustable base compatibility. So we wanted to just show you the Aurora mattress in a fully articulated position so you can see exactly how it looks for yourself. In terms of how we assess adjustable base compatibility, we start by thinking about, is it going to hurt the mattress in any way to use it on an adjustable base? And in this case, the answer is certainly no. It's made to bend just like this, all the way from the comfort layers on the top down to the coils on the bottom. The second thing we look at is how well does the mattress conform to the base and to the various curves in the base. And in this case, we'd say it conforms very well, as you can see. And in fact, another higher level test is to get off the mattress and see whether it kind of retains that shape even without the weight of a human on the mattress, and it clearly does. It's not even trying to spring back to shape. It's totally going to be just solidly here. So it does very well in that area. And then the third thing we think about is, does anything weird happen when you have it in this position? Sometimes you see sides bowing out from certain types of edge support or clumping of the quilting. None of that stuff is happening here. The coil edge support does a great job in this department, and this cover is not causing any issues. So overall, we would say that this mattress is very adjustable base friendly. So we know sometimes people like to see what it's like to take the mattress out of the box, so we're filming this up front just so we could show you as part of our review. Here you go. Well, there you have it. This is the Brooklyn Aurora, and boy did it roar when I opened it. Wow, that came to life more so than any other mattress we've ever opened, I think. But so that took a little longer, it was a little more involved because it's packed really tightly. It's certainly a pretty heavy mattress, so I would recommend that as a 2-person job. We like to kind of just give you a sense of any kind of off-gassing we're experiencing when we first open it. I smell a little bit of new mattress smell here from here. Certainly as I get closer to it, I smell it as well. I'd say it smells like less chemically than most new mattresses that we open. And overall, I'd probably say I'm getting less of it as well. So that's not surprising though, considering there's a bunch of springs in here which aren't off-gassing at all. One important factor when you're buying a mattress online is return policy, because you're generally not going to be able to try the Aurora mattress before you buy it. And so that's why Brooklyn offers a very generous return policy, even relative to many of its online peers. They offer a 120-night in-home trial. Now they do ask that you try it for at least 30 nights to give your body time to adjust. But beyond that, at any time up until 120 nights, you can return the mattress for any reason for a full refund. And in fact, in that situation, they'll even come and pick it up from you, which I can tell you would definitely save you a lot of hassle. So overall, we think that this return policy is certainly something that can give you a lot of extra comfort in giving this mattress a try. So just to summarize some of the things we've covered in this video, the Brooklyn Aurora mattress is a 13.5-inch hybrid mattress that consists of what we would describe as latex-like foam over pocketed coils. We talked about how this mattress comes in 3 different comfort levels and that most stomach sleepers might want to tend towards the firm version, as would perhaps most folks who are my weight or heavier. We talked about how this is not a mattress that's going to give you really any of that slowly melting into the bed memory feel, nor is it going to give you a feeling of really firm support. But if you're looking for a mattress that has a very unique feel, that has much more of like a softly conforming type of feel to it, and one that has kind of a blend between floating above your mattress and being hugged or cradled by it, and one that has great cooling properties, a lot of bounce, and great adjustable base compatibility. And if all of the other criteria and considerations that we described in this video sound like a good match for you, then we definitely think that the Brooklyn Aurora mattress is one that you should consider. So we hope you found this video helpful in determining whether the Brooklyn Aurora mattress is the right mattress for you. If you're still not sure though, we really recommend that you go to goodbed.com and take our mattress match quiz, which you can find right up in the header of any page of our website. This quiz will walk you through basically all the same criteria and considerations that we talked about in this video. And ultimately it will show you mattresses that best match your personal needs and preferences, both online as well as in the local stores in your area. So we really think that that is a helpful resource that you ought to take advantage of. In the meantime though, we thank you for watching and we really hope you sleep well.